Okay, y'all. This one we're hauling butt trying to get down to Jefferson. The track is supposed to be delivered. We got a major problem going on. We ain't got no water. We're just about out. The pond has sealed it in to the point where the water for the cows is getting scarce. So we had a little bit of shower last night. We're supposed to have rain today, 70% chance of rain. Also Sunday, which today is Friday. Sunday, there's a 90% chance of rain. So I'm going to go down here. I ordered a track hoe. I've got a big one sitting down here. I'm going to get on it and dredge the pond out. Get some more holding capacity on the pond itself, and drinking hole, whatever you want to call it. It ain't really a pond. It's awful small to be a pond. But we're gonna try to see what we can do here. See if we can hook the cows up. Last time I did it here was about 9 years ago. I think it was 2016 is what last video of me digging it out, and I dug it out with a mini. Well, I made it with a mini. I didn't really dig it. I just I made it. So well, I guess I did dig it out, but I used a mini excavator to do the job. So I only got it about 6 foot deep back then. And I stuck my bucket in there here a couple months back, and it's only about maybe a foot deep. But it's been dry. It's been real dry, and we haven't had any rain. I dug one spot there as far as I could reach down, about maybe 8 or 9 feet. And it's still holding water good, but the rest of it is just about gone, and the water's down about maybe a foot. So we've got maybe a foot of water still left in there, maybe 16 inches or so. I do have a spring on the property, but the spring has stopped running. It usually runs, but it's been so dry it's not running. There's still water in it, but it's down under the ground. I got a pipe down in the ground about 12 or 14 foot down. It's a 3 foot round pipe. And I went all the way around it with riprap. I dug a big old hole and went all the way around it with riprap and stacked the pipes on top of each other. I've got some lighter knot underneath it holding it up off the sand bottom. So, and in the center I've got like 57 stone. It's like stone about the size of a quarter, maybe a little bigger than a quarter, right down through the middle of it. So it's basically a big filter that fills up with water around that stone. So it's getting pretty. The stone is up to about maybe 3 foot below surface or something like that. So I've got water down about 2.5 foot below the surface. But it's hard for the cows to reach down 2.5 foot and get water. You know, think about trying to stick your neck out past your feet 30 inches to get water, and that wouldn't be good. I mean, I guess they could lay down and get it if they had to, but I'm trying to avoid that. So we're hoping it's going to rain here in a little bit, and going to fill it up a little bit. But I'm going down here to dig a hole out first, so it'll have more holding capacity. And I think in the situation it's in now, I'm going to dig down 5 or 6 feet, and all the water's going to run over there, and then I can dig the rest of it out, because it's real hard to dig out underwater when you can't see what you're doing. I have dug underwater, but I have no clue what it looked like, because I couldn't tell. I couldn't tell if I got it all. I thought I did, but basically when you're digging underwater, you need to move your bucket back and forth and try to feel the ridges. So it's a little more complex doing it that way, but I'm hoping I can dig it down far enough where all the water will run down into, one spot there, and then we can go on or get like half the pond dredged, and all the water will be in that half, and then I can dig out the other half and come back and clean up that half. It's going to be a chore, but we're going to try it. We're about a mile away here, and I don't know exactly what size excavator I got. They were supposed to bring something between a 28 and a 42,000, so I don't know. It's going to be a big one, but they probably gave me a little tiny bucket, and I'll have to run what they brung, I guess. I got a few trees that are in my way I'm going to take out too while I'm down here. I want to make sure the cows got plenty of shade, but at the same time I got to clean up a little bit. And I've got another spring head I think I'm going to trench into the pond while I'm doing it. So this don't have any water running right now, but it normally does. We get a little bit of rain, I think it will run again. And it's soaking about maybe, I don't know, maybe 2 acres of pasture. And then it goes down into the pond already. So instead of making it go around a big S curve and tear up all this land or keep all this land wet, I'm going to dig a trench down through there, kind of down the property, 10-15 foot off the property line, come straight down to it. But I'm going to have to take a couple trees out to do that. Okay, y'all going to see it when I see it. We're coming up my property. Oh, sand. You know, you slide around in the sand because it's never packed tight. But it's right down here to the left is going to be my property, and we're going to see how big this machine is. Which will be the same size as mine. I'm going to be ticked. But right there, you can see that clearing up there on the left. That's my piece of property. So I'm going down here to look. It's supposedly parked right in front of my gate. But hopefully. Let's see. How big is it? I guess that's going to be big enough. That'll get the job done. It's 140, Volvo 140. So it's not huge, but it's not a small one by no means. So this is what we're going to be working with. I've been hauling some hay in, you know. I got some sitting out here, but this is what we're going to be working with. Volvo 140. So we'll get it up in here. Oh, that was me and the tractor. I was like, what's up, Will? Me and the tractor. Here we go. We got a thumb on it. I had to have a thumb because I was going to take out some trees. So let's get it in the gate here and see what we can do. Whoa, we're on fucking horde. Basically, that stump is rotted off. So I'm gonna pick up this little bit of debris there, and I'm gonna take it over there and pile it up with that stuff so it ain't sitting in the middle of the pasture. But that's how quick you can take down these trees. That tree is about probably 14 inches in diameter, maybe a little bigger, but anyway, I've been here for 5 minutes. I popped that stump. I can't really see that well. Pop that stump up. I popped 2 trees up over there, or dead ones that was standing. I'm fixing to go over there and pop that one up as soon as I get this cleaned up here. So, hey y'all, here we go. You can see that's all exposed out there. It's getting shallow. Right there's how much water I got. So I'm gonna dig down here. I'm gonna try to dig across, as far out as I can reach across here, and dig it down maybe 6 foot, 6 or 7 foot across there, 8 foot maybe. I might go as far as 10 foot, and I'm just gonna work around it, go all the way around it, and dig it down as far as I can dig it. Well, not as far, but 8 or 10 foot, and see what the rain brings. I've dug 2 scoops. I threw it over there. So the trick's going to be to get most of it back there in the back, so it don't just run right back in. But I think I can put it here and pick it up and set it over there. Put it here, pick it up and set it over there, and then set it again. I might throw it right here on the edge. I don't know. If I get some drier stuff, I'll start stacking it over there. But most of it's going to go back here. Okay, y'all. That shows you how dry it is. Now everybody's probably thinking I'm kidding, but there ain't no water. I mean, 90% of the pond, there ain't no water in it. So I got to dig it down here. It's going to drain out over there, I guess. I'm going to dig this down and go yonder way and just clean it all off all the way to just get down 5 or 6 feet all the way back and go across it over to where I stopped over there. So I'm gonna see what I can do with it and dig it out and see how it goes. But there ain't no water. The water is gone, and it is raining. So we're getting rain. Sit out there on the pond a little bit. We're getting rain. That's duckweed that's on that pond. It's always been there. It always stays there. That's what it is. So I don't want to put chemical in the pond with cows drinking out of it. So this is probably what everybody wants to see. Me down in the middle of the pond. So yes, I am in the pond. This pond's got an extremely hard bottom in it. I knew that going in. But there's a lot of silt in it too, so you got to be careful where you go in at. Like if you take your bucket, a lot of times you take your bucket and do this here, and then you can go down and see how hard it is. Right there is pretty soft, but like where I'm sitting at is up here. That's hard. You can feel it pick the machine up there. So it's hard as a brick. Up here it's hard. The pond used to go all the way up there to that tree. So, I should be 6 foot deep in water right now. So I'm getting it dredged out. I can't get to that spot. I probably could drive down in there and get to it, but I don't know how hard that is over there, so I'm not going to try it. This machine's probably $250,000, and I rented it, but I don't want to lose this machine in the pond. You'll bury it if you ain't careful. So I'm going to be smart about it and not do nothing that I'm not 100% sure of. I'm going to dredge this here and back up, and then I'm going to take that tree out, and I'm going to take that stump out. I'm going to come down in there and dredge all that out over there and throw it up on the bank, and then I'll be getting out of here. But I'm getting close. It's still raining. We're still getting rain. It's just not a lot. It's supposed to rain for the next 2 days though, so we should get some good rain. That stuff on the water is duckweed. You can look it up. It's easy to kill, but it don't hurt anything. I've got bass in here that's supposed to be eating it, but they can't keep up with it. So I threw probably 300 fish in this pond, but I don't know if they're still in here. I threw them in here probably 7 or 8 years ago. I bought a bunch of sterile carp and put in here. They're supposed to eat that duckweed, but I don't know if they're actually eating anything or not. I took a tree down over there. And I took a big pine tree down over there. I stacked most of it right there. There was a bunch of trash back in there I had to clean up, and I threw it over there on that pile. I'm gonna go over here. There's 2 broke off trees right there I took out. I'm gonna go over here and I'm gonna take out that crooked one there, and I'm gonna grab 4 or 5 of those other ones, take this out, take them out, get them out of the way. Like them 2 big pine trees right there, they ain't no good. See that bad spot in both of them? They need to go. Probably gonna take out that little cluster there because they're always in the way when I go to plant or anything. And them 2 pine trees right there out in the middle of nowhere, I'm gonna take those out. That spring is right up there, so I'm gonna dig from that spring down here, like over where that fire pile is. I'm gonna dig that out where hopefully that water will run down the trench and come right into that side of the pond. That's where all the water has been coming in. But that spring is up there, and what it's doing is coming all the way over here, actually over farther. It's coming over almost to my road over there, then coming down and coming around these 2 trees, the 2 pine trees, and then coming down this way, flooding all that, and flooding here, and then running down in here. But now, with the so dry, the stuff is drying up before it gets down here to these trees. So I'm gonna try to cut a straight trench in there up there to where the spring head is, and see if I can't make the water come in here. I'm gonna pull this yucky tree down. But let's see if I can get some more of this dredged out. It's about 4 o'clock in the evening, I believe, on Friday evening. Okay, y'all, let's get a video before dark here. I put a pile up there from that hole. Then I went around to that side, and I dug that whole side out over there as much as I could. Then I come around this way, and I dug all this out. Dug all that out. Dug all this out. I'm working on this now. I threw a pile of dirt over there. Threw another one there. Threw another one there. I'm throwing another one here. I'm gonna let this one stack up. I took down some more trees. Them trees were dead, or just about dead. There's one standing right there that just had, the whole top of it was dead. The bottom of it was still alive, but the whole top of it was dead. Then I had that stump there, and I had that tree here. I took them out. I ain't done nothing up there yet. I'm trying to get this thing dredged out. It's still raining on me. It's like a light drizzle. So I'm gonna go on here. I'm gonna try to get this out of here tonight. Get it thrown up here on the bank. So I'm gonna try to get this out tonight. Get it thrown up here on the bank so it can get to drying. This blue mud or blue goo, or like some people call it white clay, blue clay. It's nice and sticky. It holds together good. It's nice for a pond, but it's a pain. It gets wet. It gets like jello, so it won't stack up. You start stacking it, hell, it'll just run off and run right back down in the pond. You see there, I was throwing it there, and it just ran right back down in the pond. So I'm trying to stack some up here. You mix it in, and it does pretty good. I'm going to try to taper this a little bit, so if the cows get in there, they'll have something to walk up and get out. I'm going to try to taper this up a little bit. So I'll do that instead of just having a sheer cliff, so they can get out. I'm thinking I'm going to leave that over there, so if the cows get in there, they can walk right out, and that'll leave me a low spot there. But I'm going to go ahead and go around, all the way around. But I'm going to focus on this tonight, but I think it's getting too dark to make a video, so that's what we're doing. We're trying to work it and get this out of here. We'll get over to there and be done. I might go down over there and get what I can reach, but I'm going to leave a spot out there where they can get up out of it. This bank is going to cliff off, or like shear off down in there, so it'll be tapered on its own. You only got to worry about the first little bit. And see, I got that island over there. I can't get in there to it. I might be able to, but that side is too steep over there. I don't want to try it and get hung up. But you see against my pipe there, I got 3 foot to get down to the pipe. Okay, y'all, just as advertised, it's raining all day today. So So today is Saturday. Wasn't supposed to rain all day, but it is. That's good, because we're trying to get the pond filled up. So it's raining Saturday. It's supposed to rain all day tomorrow. This is like an 80% chance tomorrow. So this low, slow rain like this probably is not going to do much, but every little bit's going to help. Hopefully we get a couple downpours in here. The road's nice and wet, so we must be getting some kind of accumulation. But if we get about an inch, we'll have runoff and it'll go down into the pond. Also, if we get an inch or so, it should revitalize the spring if it all soaks into the ground. So either way, we'll be better off. So I'm just glad to see that we're getting some kind of rain here. But we're heading back over to get back on the track hoe again, and we're going to finish digging the pond out. I'm going to take a few trees out, and I got to cut a ditch in back to the pond. So I'm going to do all that today, and that I should be done with it. I'm only supposed to put 8 hours on the machine, but I put about 4 yesterday. And then I'm going to probably put 8 or 10 today, so, might have to pay for 2 days, but if we do, we do. We got to get this done. I mean, it is what it is. Big rental houses, they charge you by 8-hour days. They don't charge you by 24-hour days. Home Depot, Lowe's, them people, they charge you for a 24-hour day. 4 hours and 24 hours is how they charge. But Herc and Sunbelt and Caterpillar and all them big boys, they charge by 8-hour days, 8-hour work days. So you run it over 8 hours, you pay for 2 days. I'm gonna be over 8 hours, so I'll pay for 2 days if need be. But we'll see. I got a pretty good name with these people, so they might only charge me for 1 day, regardless how many hours I put on it. But I'm gonna put some hours on it today, and then tomorrow I got to clean it up and put gas in it, or not gas, diesel. I got to fill it up with diesel and also DEF fluid, which is government juice. Everybody knows about that one, so I got to put that in there. And it looked like I already burnt like a quarter tank of DEF. DEF fluid's like that stuff's like $9 a gallon now, $9 or $10 a gallon. So I think it's I think I buy it in 2.5 gallon jugs, and it's like $20 or something, $22, something like that. But you got to do what you got to do. You don't have no choice. Another way for them to get in your pocket. But we're running down here, like I say, just light rain. We'll see if the pond has come up any when I get there. I might have dug down into a spring, but I don't think so. I can dig a water hole with that machine. It'll dig 28 foot deep. The spring up there is it's about 16 foot deep, and the hand dug well next door over there, like down the hill from me, it's like I put a tape measure down it, and it's like 19 foot to whatever you're hitting in the bottom of it. So the all the drilled wells around here is about 100 foot deep. So I could dig down and hit an aquifer, I believe. The rain's picking up a little bit. That's good. So we'll see. But I'm not going to try to dig it like that if I can help it. I know where the spring's at, or another spring's at. I could dig down at that one and make another little water hole there, but it's down the hill from my other spring that I use all the time, and I'm scared if I dig that one out, I might stop the flow on the other one. I'm sure they're both connected. They're only about 100 foot apart, so I'm trying not to screw up my good one. Okay, y'all, we're done. It's ice cold this morning, and this stuff is not set up. That little bit of rain last night turned it all to jello. I can't get on it. Look right here. I mean, it's just, and it's everything. All down in here is the same way. There ain't no way to get on it. I'll get stuck. I can't get back out here because all this is just jello. So that's all we can do. We did what we could do last night, and that's it. We ain't gonna be able to get no more of it. But I was only gonna take out this little spot right here. Is all I had left. All that over there I was gonna leave in case the cow got down in there and had to get out and walk out. But the cow can get up here now and walk right out, because that ain't but about a foot there. They can walk up on here and walk right up and out that way. I hate to drive over there and get down in there and disturb all that and get it all jello everywhere in case the cow gets down in there. Cow will get down in there because it's going to go down in there to drink. Hopefully they come around and walk down in there. We'll see. That hole there is about 6 foot deep. That's where I started. So that's deep. I need to probably go over there. Damn, I wish I could get that one little spot there, but I ain't even gonna try it. If I go over there and get to messing around, I'll get stuck, and then we'll be in trouble. But I left a bunch of little tails out there last night, right through there. This pond has come up probably 2 or 3 inches anyway, just last night. I just took one scoop out of there, but there was a bunch of that over there. You can see it's raining right now on it. There's a bunch of that over there. I think it'll clean up. It'll clean itself up here shortly. We should be good. That little island there is a good indication. The little one. So we'll see. Cows can get on that and get on the island if they have to. They can walk around the edge of that island there. So they can get out of the water. I got most of the muck and junk out of there. The watershed comes right down through here. 99% of it comes right through there. So we should be good. I'm trying to let this stuff dry out. Let me see if I can turn my bucket over here one-handed. Okay, watch this dirt here, whatever you want to call it. See how it's all moving everywhere? See that? See how it's just moving everywhere in there? It's like a big jello sponge. See that? You get that, you're just asking to get stuck. So I'm not even gonna try it. I'm gonna go over. I took a couple trees down there. I'm gonna go over. I got a couple pines that's laid over here. I'm gonna go over there and get them. I'm gonna get that stump up right there when I go through there. I'm probably gonna pull one of those hardwood trees down because I always have a problem getting through right here with my pickup. I usually come down here and go around that way. That one tree's in my way. I'm gonna take it out. Just give me a little more room there. Might take this one here out too. It ain't the prettiest one. I'll take them out. I took a couple out down there in the bottom yesterday. I'm considering taking these out, but it makes one hell of a mess. Them up there, I made a hell of a mess up there. You got to clean up. But the reason I took those out there, one side of it was dead. So, wrong way. Trying not to take them all out. But we'll see here. And I don't want to tear my ground up too bad. But we'll give it a little more gas here. blue yonder. Got a good pile there. As soon as it dries up, I'll get it with a tractor and spread it out. I got the back side of the dam leveled up there with all that. So we can just smooth that off when it dries up. Take a tractor in there with a box blade, it off. Should be good. Here we go. Okay, y'all, the spring starts up there at the spring head, somewhere right through there. I'm within a few feet of it. And I'm digging backwards here. I just come through a little hole. See this little knoll here, then it goes back down to the pond. The pond's over there. I'm gonna cut a line right through here. Try to direct this water straight down instead of what it used to do. Flood all this big wide section there. Kind of tell where that bright yellow is. Flood all that area where them pine trees are, all the way up to this pine tree, all the way down. Basically that whole black spot out there, and then back around to the pond. So I'm hoping I can dry that up. That's probably an acre and a half, 2 acres, something like that. I'm hoping I can dry that up and get the water to run down this ditch. It is not running right now, but in the middle of the summer it usually runs and floods all that. So, and the cows walk through it, and you can't bush hog it because it's, you see there, it looks like hogs has been rooting in it, but they haven't. That's where the cows are walking through it, drinking when it's doing that. So basically, if I get it over here, I'll keep it in this ditch and let them get fresh water down there. So that's what we're doing. We're going to cut some of this and back up. I'm just doing it by eye. I don't have no kind of laser or nothing, and I ain't really good at that with my eye, but we'll see. This got to be better than nothing. If I had a little bit of water running in the back of the ditch over there, you know, I could tell what was going on, but it's going to have a little loopty-doomps and humpty-dumps, but hopefully we can get it running this way, and I can take my small track hoe in here and clean it up if need be. Okay, y'all. First time I've been out of the machine in 6 hours. Ooh, that seat ain't the comfortablest in the world. And if you don't know how to operate, you beat yourself to death. So guess what? I just about beat myself to death. So basically what I done here, started cutting a trench down there, and I got into that white blue sand, blue clay, whatever you want to call it. Everybody calls it something different. So I started there, and we get down here in the ditch. Oh man. We can see better down here. So started up here. If y'all can tell, y'all really can't tell, I'm sure, but all this is wet, and that spring starts right in through here somewhere. I'm close enough. With it down like this, it'll wick water to it. It wicks water to the low spot. So I got down here and I got in. I'm running downhill for sure, and I got into that white clay, blue clay, whatever you want to call it, this stuff here. So I just stayed right at the top of that and went on with it. Right here, it's a 5-foot ditch on that side. I cut this side back. I double cut it so it's 6 foot wide up here at the top. But right there, it's a ditch 6 foot deep. Now we went through, well, yeah, we're starting to come back out now. Coming up, the hill's dropping off. So we'll come on down, and I stayed right on that white layer. So I'm hoping that white layer is level across there. It looks to be pretty close. All it's got to be is level. The level it'll work. Here I'm going uphill a little bit, I think. I'm not sure. I need to get this ditch filled up with water. Bring my other track hoe in here and clean it up. Run a line down it. And then I got to here, I'm out on the top of the ground again. Basically, this is a big hump in here. So, we'll see. And it's still raining. Walk down here and look at the pond while we're out of the machine. Put my hood on so I don't get pneumonia. It's cold today. It's probably, I think they said the high was going to be 53 or something. So it's pretty cold. Like I say, I got dug around 3/4 of it. I'm gonna leave this side, that spot there. I might walk down in there and grab that spot out because I left that where they can get out. I want to make sure they got a spot where they can get out if they get down in there. But you see before I had about a foot on my pipe. Now I got 2.5 foot on the pipe. So, but right here where we're standing is where 90% of the water comes in at. Comes right through here. Goes right down there and cuts the ditch in every time. So that's where the water's gonna come in at. That's where the watershed's gonna be. I'm trying to get a line from there to here. So we'll just tear up this little bit of land here instead of a couple acres over there. That's where I dredged it out last time, or one time. I had my little machine in here and just reached over as deep as I could get. Okay, y'all, this is the next day. The cows have made it down here. Cows walked right down off and through there. You can see where they went down there. They walked down there like I thought they would. But that's covered up out there. That one spot that was out there. So it's come up probably 2 or 3 inches maybe. So it's coming up. Taking it a while. That's broke through over there where I was worried about. It's made it across there. It's coming. Slowly but surely. This stuff, it rained all day yesterday. It don't look like it's gonna rain today. So maybe this stuff will dry out a little bit, but I'm at the point now I can't move it. I've turned the machine in. The machine, they're coming to pick up the machine tomorrow. I'm at my hour limits. I've done run the hours on it that I could run. So I'll walk around the backside here, show you how this. I got this big mound here. I'll take my small track hoe and load it in my dump truck and run it over and dump it in another spot over here. I might actually dump it right there and spread it. But anyway, you can see how that leveled off. I'll show you a little thing back here that we got going on. I was kind of a little worried about, but I think it'll clean itself up. Ooh, that was slick. See how that pipe's running out there? Ain't nowhere for it to go. But all that was dry the other day. Now it's all wet. So there's water running. That's the emergency overflow there. It'll go around all that. But doing pretty good here. This is from this side. I'm thinking about turning and getting me an elbow and putting it on there where I can turn it left or right and make it come up and down. So that green that you see on there is duckweed. It's a type of moss that grows on the water. All the cows are up there yelling at me. But that's how it turned out. There was a little spot right in through there. It was above the that was about that far above the water yesterday. So it's coming up. That's what we need to see. We need to come up instead of down. I do have a spring running over there just a little bit. Cows have been watering over there. They don't really like coming down here to water, but I need this as emergency water in case we need it. It'll take another day or so. That's probably already down in here. That's why that muddy water's there. It's probably already in here this morning. But take a day or so and it'll clean up. Won't look as bad. Okay, y'all, we just had about a 3-inch rain over the last couple days. You see, I was about 3 foot low on that pipe. Now I'm only about maybe 16 inches. So that's about, it's pretty close is where it was before I started digging it out the first time. So now we're back to basically level. So it'll come up about another 18 inches, 2 foot maybe. So that's when it's really going to take some water because it's a lot bigger surface area. It's just stopped raining. I mean, there's still clouds up. It's just quitting. So we come down here to see what it done. It's doing pretty good though. That's we got plenty of water to make it now for sure. We should be good to go. Y'all, if you like what you see, give us a thumbs up for filming it. Subscribe to the channel if you hadn't already. And we'll catch you on the next one.